have got an almighty mission on our hands for the next 3 days, so I thought I'd bring you guys along with me. Apologies if I act off. I've forgotten how to film videos and talk to a camera. It's been so long, right? I got back from that Europe trip about 2 months ago now. I know the videos went on a little bit longer than that, but I actually got back about 2 months ago. Since then, I've ventured from my house probably about 3 times. I went Christmas shopping and met up with my friend Becca for a coffee, which was really nice because we don't get to see each other that often, but we always make time for a Christmas coffee. I also went down to my brother's for Christmas with the family, which was really nice as well. And I also went to the barn for the Christmas party, which I did film, and you guys have already seen that. But other than that, I have basically been a full-on recluse in the house, on the sofa, doing a little bit of editing and all that for the second channel. There's plenty of videos on there, by the way. But anyway, today we are on an adventure, and the first stop is Swindon, and that is to visit my gym.
You've entered the car park for your destination.
We have arrived. Now you might be thinking, why am I going to the gym? Because I only go to the gym to have a shower, and I've only just left my house, so I could have had one there. Well, let me correct you guys, because this year I've decided I will be using the gym for an actual gym. So let me just run in here. I'm not going to go and film myself in the gym. I'm not going to be one of those people. We're not yet anyway. Obviously in about 6 months, when I look like a full-on exotic athlete, then possibly I might become a fitness influencer. Obviously not really. But anyway, I'm going to go in there and then I will come back out and we'll continue this journey. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit in here now with my extraordinarily vast shoulders. Oh, I can barely get in. Right. So, where's my protein shake? I'm a beast! Whoa! God, I can't reach the steering wheel! What am I going to do? Right, let's get the keys in first. Okay, we're just going to have to go like this, I guess. Right, next stop. Unfortunately, we've got to go and deconstruct the van. So, if I can just... Oh, where am I going to get my seatbelt on? Oh, where am I? Okay, here we go. Let's just... change. Get up into third. Let's go. I have arrived at the barn, and unfortunately the job that I've got to do in the barn is not something that I'm really looking forward to, but let me show you what it is. So within the Pigeon, as you can see, all of my hard work to build this unit, built that from scratch, and now I've got to take the entire thing apart. The reason being is that I need to prep the van for a possible upcoming trip. I say possible because I don't really know what I'm doing this year. Back in 2020, during the whole global disaster situation, I had a holiday booked to, I can't remember where, somewhere in Mexico. I was going to go and see a friend of mine out there. And basically, because of the global disaster, that got cancelled. So I've got a British Airways flight voucher, and they keep emailing me saying I've got to use it by September. So the other day, I nearly booked a flight to Thailand. And I'm not ruling it out, but I think I'm going to do a flight somewhere a little bit later in the year. And for now, I want to drive and do a road trip somewhere extremely cold and snowy. So above the door here, I've got the controls to my Truma heating system. And the Truma itself is within this unit down here. Now, if you remember my Arctic trip from last winter, you'll know that that Truma heating system gave me a few problems. It was playing up a bit. And if I'm going to do another winter trip this year, I really need to get it looked at. So tomorrow morning, I have an appointment at Truma, 8 AM up in Derby, which is 3 hours drive from here. So I've got to deconstruct the van so that they can get to the unit. Then I've got to get up to Derby tonight. We're going to stealth camp in a car park or something, hopefully. Wake up, drop them the van, and then I've got to come back here after they've sorted out the Truma, reconstruct the van, and then all the way back to my house. So it's going to be a fun couple of days. We're going to make it fun somehow. But before we get into any of that, I want to show you this. Not that, although that is pretty cool. It's just a random go-kart knocking about in here. Look at it go. But I want to show you this. So for those who watched my episode on my second channel, where I went to some crazy street markets in Albania, I bought that chopping board. It's made of olive, maybe? The olive tree. It's wood from the olive tree. An exceptionally beautiful piece of wood from the olive tree at that. And this right here is the X-Tool F1 engraver. If you remember, I made these incredible thermal flasks with them. But this tool not only engraves onto metal and stone and all sorts, it has 2 lasers in there, which means it can also engrave onto wood and plastics and pretty much anything you want. So I'm going to stick the Adzventures logo on here somewhere. And just like I said on my second channel, when I bought the chopping board, I bought it with the sole intention of giving it away to one of you guys. So I'm not going to lie and pretend to know which lasers do which, but I don't need to worry about that because in the software there's just loads of templates. You say what the material is and it sorts it all out for you. And then it's even got this little framing function, so it'll tell you exactly where the logo is going to end up, so you can position it perfectly. I'm pretty sure we just hit this button and the magic, oh my eyes, you're supposed to put the guard down. The magic should occur. I was just about to say, perfect timing, you're ready for the grand unveiling. Don't worry, we'll cut out what you previously said.
Go on, let's have a look.
Right, are you ready for this? I'm not going to move the machine too much just in case I've got to do a second pass, but I reckon she might be alright already. Oh, look at it.
That's cool, that's nice
well
bit
nice.
of timber as well.
Being that Ade is a master craftsman when it comes to woodwork, he's suggesting that we seal it with this Danish oil. So whoever ends up with this beauty, you're well taken care of because she is going to be ready to be chopped upon. Cool, it looks nice as a set, look. You get the thermal flask, the chopping board. This, by the way, pops right open for sheer convenience.
There you go. Let that harden, that'll be lovely.
Perfect. But yeah, if you're interested in that laser engraver, I'll stick a link down in the description below for it. This, honestly, it's an incredible piece of kit. I'm going to start engraving pretty much everything I own, including me. Do you reckon I could do my face? Actually, no, that's probably a bit dangerous, isn't it? But anyway, I'll put a link down below for that. As far as the giveaway for the chopping board, when I'm driving to Derby later, I'll figure that one out too, and I'll let you know by the end of the video how you can get involved with that. But right now, time is running out. It is, God, look at that picture. That's from when I was driving on the frozen sea last winter. But the time is 7:04. I've still got 3 hours of driving to get to Derby, and we need to deconstruct the pigeon. Where do I even begin? I think first job, remove the table, remove the seat. That was relatively simple. So that is the seat removed as well. Next job, I've got to remove this hinge. This is for my toilet flap, as you can see. But that's got to come off before anything else. Next job is a nice and simple one. Remove the air fryer oven. You stupid thing! What is wrong with you? Get out! Get out! Why? Why are you stuck? You imbecile! Okay, I see the problem. The lead from the very dusty air fryer goes through a little tiny hole at the back there, and then it comes out in this section over here with a plug on the end, so I've got to take the plug off so that I can pull it through this way. Out you come, you absolute beauty. Right, next up is this heat shield, which unfortunately I'm just going to have to rip off because it's stuck on there with pads. So the next job, I've got to get that shelf out there so that I can then access the pocket hole screws that hold the whole thing down to the floor and the ones that are holding it to the wall. According to my calculations, this stupid thing should... What is wrong with you? Come free. There's about 7 more screws on this final panel and then it's job done. In fact, it's not job done because I've got to take out those cross pieces. Okay, that appears to be that. So that is all the bits up there. I've now just got to offload them. But I'll tell you something, who remembers, right, my first Arctic episode last year when I had to do all of that in the middle of some random car park in France at about 3 AM during some massive windstorm. At least this time I've been able to do it in the comfort of the barn. Right, that's the pile of stuff underneath that sheet. And the pigeon is feeling a little bit sorry for herself. She is in a state of recovery at the moment, but it's all done nice and empty space for them to have a look at it tomorrow. And all I can do is hope that they find the problem tomorrow so they can fix it and I can crack on with my winter adventure. There's no time for a proper dinner tonight, unfortunately. I don't know what the time is. Oh wait, yes I do. It is. Oh no, I don't. That's wrong. 1 second. Let me navigate the thin gateway. All right, the time is 8:35, which means we'll get there. Well, I've got to stop and get something to eat, so we're going to get there about midnight. So I'll catch up with you guys when we get to. Hang on a sec. I don't even know where I'm parking yet. We're just going to have to wing this one. I'll catch up with you soon. We have arrived on the industrial estate. I can see Truma is over there to the right, but now we need to find out where we can actually rock up and sleep for the night. From what I remember, I don't think I can actually get into the Truma place to sleep, because I could do that. In theory, they're not going to complain, obviously, because I need to be there first thing anyway. But I don't know if I can even get in there now. It's all locked off. That's not going to happen. Let's go down to the end of the road, which I think is a dead end. This gate is locked off as well, so we can't go in there. Has that got a height barrier? It has. So over there, barriers on that one. This is not looking too good. Top hat. Staff and visitors. Well, I'm a visitor. I am visiting the Top Hat Company. Right. We are in. I'm just not sure about the sheer levels of wonk, but I don't think we've got many options. So this is home sweet home for the night. I don't know if you can tell how much of a wonk it's on the camera. You never usually can, but trust me, it is a major wonk in that direction. So Truma is just over the back there. Up to the left we have Top Hat. I'm actually in the staff car park, but I reckon I could work here. The other one is over the back there. That's the, whatever it's called, the visitor car park. But this one's further away from the entrance, so I just thought it's probably best, because if people rock up early, then I'm right out of their way. Let's CCTV on, lights on. Let's get the old electric blanket plugged in. It turns out there is zero visibility on my front camera. That's the top left one up there. I'll have to give that a clean when I get back to the barn. But right now, I'm just going to get me some sleep. It's about 1:45 to midnight, so I did make up a little bit of time on what I thought I'd do. But I also did stop for that food. You probably think, by the way, that I stopped for something unhealthy, but you'd be wrong. Trust me, it was... In fact, I'll show you. I've got video evidence, because I know you wouldn't believe me. I stopped for an absolutely deliciously fresh salad. But tomorrow, when we leave Derby and we start heading south again, I'm going to go to the supermarket, buy some ingredients, and then when we get back to the barn, I will cook up a storm. But right now, my bed is calling me. Oh no, I forgot to plug in the heated mattress. Right, she is going to heat up a good one. I'm going to peel back the covers and dive straight in. Hopefully we make it through the night without getting disturbed, and I'll catch you at 7 AM. Good morning, people. I had a fairly good night's sleep, although a short one. We've not been disturbed. The pigeon is still nestled into the corner. But as usual, I'm running late. We need to get round to Truma. My windscreen is misted right up. We've got 2 minutes to get round there. And here we are, Truma. It is literally 8:01 now, so we're 1 minute late. Please park and remain with your vehicle. Okay, now I'm not going to film anything inside Truma this time. I did film a little bit last time, but I'm not going to do that today. But I'm going to get in there, chat to them, sort everything out. They're about to come and open this door. And then I am going to get my stuff together, go into Derby. In fact, I'll take the camera with me into Derby, so I'll catch up with you then. I've been doing a little bit of work in the waiting room here whilst attempting to not fall asleep. I have had a coffee, to be fair, courtesy of the coffee machine, but it's not cutting it. I'm getting absolutely starving now as well. I've looked on the map and on Uber, and it turns out that I'm not actually in Derby, I'm just on the edge of it, and to get an Uber into the centre is going to be about 25 quid, and then obviously 25 quid to come back as well. So I'm not paying 50 quid just to go and get some lunch, which means I'm going to go to the reception bit, ask them if there's anywhere around here to eat. I mean, we are on an industrial estate, so chances are they've at least got some sort of snack wagon. Apparently there is only one cafe around this area, and it's closed today, which is convenient. But the guys told me about a little village that's a lot closer than the centre of Derby, so I'm going to get an Uber to that. Hopefully that should only cost about a tenner, and then we'll go and find something to eat. Would you look at that? £4.96. But whilst I'm waiting, I thought I'd give you an update on the Truma. So basically, the guy was really helpful. Honestly, it is a good service in there. As soon as he looked at it, he was like, right, I can see pretty much what we can do to fix this straight away. He said that because I got one of the very first units of the Truma D4E, it's got the original circuit board in there, which is the first edition of that circuit board. Shortly afterwards, they upgraded it to a newer, more efficient model. So he's taken out the circuit board and he's put in the brand new one for me. He's also going to replace the glow plug and I think maybe the monitor, little touchscreen thing as well. But he's currently got the entire Truma out of the van. It's on the bench and he's just running the tests on it to make sure it's all running smoothly. But I do have full confidence in it now. I'm pretty sure we are good to go to the coldest regions of the world. You are not going to believe what I've just discovered, right? This is nature at its finest. You may call me David Attenborough once again, because look at this, right? This is clearly, well, it's about 1,000 or maybe even 2,000 rabbit droppings, right? All along the edge of the pavement there. Nowhere else. They're not there. They're not on the road. They're not up on the grass. It's just about 2,000 droppings all in one very specific place. That's obviously not from one rabbit, because no one rabbit could contain that many droppings. So that's clearly like a collection, a horde, what's it called, a stampede of rabbits, all come along there to use that particular spot of pavement as their communal toilet. Breathtaking. Sorry, I was in my own world over there.
No, it's alright.
How are you doing?
Yeah, not bad.
I think there was a cafe back on that corner somewhere.
Coffee there as well.
Oh right, yeah, I might pop in there.
Coffee on the right.
Get something to eat. Perfect.
Yeah, because I only know when I drive through here, and that's all I know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like the main bit, so I just put it on the map and headed here. Well, I'm gonna probably get an Uber back in about an hour or two, so I maybe even see you then if it's you.
No, I'm gonna knock off.
Oh right, fair play. Well,
Yeah.
enjoy the rest of your day then.
Hope we'll meet sometime, and you never know.
You never know, I may be back.
Yeah, that's it. Take care, have a safe one anyway.
Yeah, thank you so much for the ride, mate. Have a good one.
Sure, right. Hello, you okay?
Hello. Yeah, I've just been dropped here. I'm not from here, so I was just seeing what food options are up the street.
Alright, mate.
What a quaint little village. I'm loving the quaintness. God, what is this down here, look? Oh, here we go. Breakfast, lunch, pizza. Look at the state of that. Oh, here we go, look. The courtyard. Yeah, that's fine, yeah. Thank you. One cheese and tuna toasty later, and I feel like a new man. In fact, not quite a new man. You know that category on eBay that's like, box opened, never used? That's what I feel like, so I need to upgrade to brand new. And the only way I can do that is with a coffee. Yeah, this will do. Yeah, thank you, mate. One gingerbread latte later, and I'm feeling sparkly and new like a singular glitter. This is quite a nice village though, although it is literally just one high street pretty much. I mean, I'm sure there's some residential bits as well. But for those who are interested, it's called Tutbury. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, mate?
Not too bad, thank you. Alright, thank you. Have a nice day. Cheers, mate. And just like that, the pigeon is ready to leave the nest with a working heart of gold. I'm going to go and do a little bit of food shopping, then I'm going to make my way back down towards the barn. I'm pretty sure it was about 3 PM that I left Truma. It's now 8 PM and I've just arrived back at the barn. There was a mad amount of traffic on the motorway. Now, my original plan was to go shopping, get a load of food, come back, and I was going to construct the most prestigious toasty that you've ever seen. But anyway, I didn't want to add any time onto the journey additionally to what I already had to do. So instead, I just stopped at the services, put some fuel in, and then chucked the ready meal into my microwave. And what I'm going to do this evening is nothing. I'm going to get into the van. I'm going to leave that stuff there until the morning, but I do have an important job. Let's just get the lights on so you can see. Basically, I need to run this for the evening and just double check everything before I construct the van back together. Because imagine if I put it all back together and then I ran it tomorrow and it came up with some errors or something like that. I'm pretty confident that it's working and absolutely fine now. That guy did a good job with sorting it out. But just in case, I am going to fire her right up. What heat setting should we put it on? I'd usually have it on a bit higher, but we're just going to go for 18 because I want to run it at different settings all throughout the evening just so I can see how it's performing. But now that that is all up and running, I can plan my next trip. Well, actually, my next trip, I already know what's happening and I'm leaving on Monday. It's just a short trip. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now, but you'll see that. Will that be the next video? Yeah, that'll probably be the next video. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a little bit different. Well, in fact, it's going to be a hell of a lot different. It's something that I never thought I'd be doing, but I am going to do it and I cannot wait. I almost forgot. How could I forget the giveaway of this thing? Let's just stick this down so I can show it to you one last time. This is the beautiful chopping board of dreams. Just imagine all of the toasty ingredients that you could prepare on that thing. But what I'm going to do, I'll make it nice and simple. Unfortunately, it is going to have to be a UK resident because of shipping abroad is just going to be a nightmare. And I'm really sorry about this one, but it's also going to have to be somebody on Instagram. Reason being is that I can't direct message anyone on YouTube to let you know that you are the person that the glorious gift is being shipped to. So I am going to snap a photo of it. I'm then going to stick it onto my Instagram. You can go and find that with the name that's on the screen. And literally all you got to do is go and comment something on that photo. It doesn't matter what the comment is. I'll use a random comment picker tool to go and find a person so it's done completely fairly. And then I'll reply to that comment and I'll also send you an inbox to get your address and all of that. So, as for me, I'm going to enjoy an evening in my nice warm bed. I'm going to whack the TV on, watch something on YouTube. Get me some sleep, get me some rest. Same thing, isn't it, actually? Sleep and rest. Rest. And then tomorrow morning I'm going to load back up the van, get myself home, and then prepare for my next adventure.
Hey, so let me ask you something. Yeah. You're on the council. You're a councilwoman. What do you think about this 5-foot fence law? You have to have the fence around the pool. What kind of law is that? I don't know if you voted for it or not.